Good morning everyone. So in this video we will see some basic settings and the commands required during orthographic and isometric drafting. So when we open this file AutoCAD ISO, the first setting we have to do is go to the snap setting. So this is the option snap setting, that down arrow, then go to the snap setting, and here in the snap and grid, okay, the click on the checkbox snap on, then go to this X spacing and Y spacing. So by default it is 10, so you can change this to the 0.1. okay, so both the settings must be 0.1 and 0.1 mm. Next, go to the object snap and click on the checkbox object snap on, and again click on the checkbox end point, midpoint, center, geometrical center. Okay, so you can click on the required options. So mostly we need end point, then midpoint, center, geometrical center. One is a tangent, and next is the perpendicular. Okay, so at least you should activate these options. So first option is object snap, so click on this checkbox and then click OK. So this is the initial setting required in the snap setting. Next, for the ortho drawing, click on the ortho mode. Okay, now here we have to divide this complete screen into 4 quadrants. So for that, in the draw option there is a command construction line, so click on the construction line. So construction lines means it is the line having the infinite length. Okay, so once we click on the construction line, just click the first point, give the horizontal direction to the line and click the second point and then press enter. Okay, we need not to specify the distance of this line because the line has infinite distance. For the vertical line, again go to the draw option, select the construction line, click the first point and click the second point and then press enter. Okay, now to exit from the previous command, press the escape button. Okay, so in this way we can divide the screen into first, second, third and fourth quadrant. Now we have to draw the reference line on both the sides. So for that there is option offset in the modify. Okay, so click here offset. Now once we click on the offset button, just first is press the type the offset distance, so it is 10 mm, then press enter. Now just click the vertical line, that is the x1 y1 line. Okay, and click on the right side of that line. Okay, so just adjust the zoom setting so that you can see the difference between these two lines. Okay, again click the vertical line, that is x1 y1 line, click on the left side. Okay, click on this horizontal line, click above the line, again click the xy line, click below the line. Okay, and then use the escape button. Okay, so I will repeat this command. Click on the offset, first enter the offset distance, that is at 10 mm, then click the vertical line, that is x1 y1, click on the right side of the line, again select the line and click on the left side. Okay, similarly we can repeat this process for the xy line. Press the escape button to exit from the command. Okay, now we have drawn the vertical line, offset lines. Now we have to start the actual drawing. So just adjust the zoom setting and you can move this. This is the pan command. So if I press this scroll button, okay, then you can see the symbol for the pan command. So with this command you can move the complete screen or complete object anywhere on the screen. Now suppose this is your front view, this is the top view and this is the right hand side view. Okay, so to start the front view we have to draw the rectangle, reference rectangle. So you can select the contrast color for the reference rectangle. Now select the rectangle option, click at this corner and just move the cursor so you can see the rectangle. Now we have to specify the height and its length. So suppose the length is 130 mm, and to change this x to y, press the tab button and suppose this vertical height it is 90 mm. Okay, then press enter. So this is the rectangle that has a dimension 130 by 90. So this is the maximum dimension visible in the front view. Now suppose we have some view like this. To draw the actual visible line, select the bilayer option. Okay, now suppose there is a rectangular base and the height of the rectangle, suppose it is 20 mm. This is again 130. Okay, so this is the midpoint. So suppose here we have the cylindrical part. Okay, so we can see the circle. Now we have the cylinder, suppose its diameter is 40 mm. So this is the first circle. And this is suppose second circle. Okay, and there is a rib portion. Rib has 10 mm width. So this is 5 mm. On the left side again it is 5 mm. Okay, so this extra portion we can trim. So use trim command, type tr, 2 times enter. Okay, and then we have the tangent lines on both the sides. So to draw the tangent line, just deactivate this ortho mode to draw the line at an angle. Now select the line option. You start the line from this corner and just try to move the cursor on the circle. You can see one tangency option. So there is a symbol which is a tangent. So this is the symbol, and then click. Okay, now this straight line, it is exactly tangent to this circle. Again from this corner, if I move the cursor, you can see the tangent. Okay, so this is the tangent point. Okay, now suppose this is the approximate shape which is visible in the front view. Now here we have to add some lines. One is a center line. So whenever we draw the circular object, we have to show its center by the center line, or we have to draw the axis of symmetry. For that we have to go to the third option, which is the line types. Okay, first check whether the line type is available. If it is not available, then go to the other. You can see this screen. Okay, now here option is load, to load the required line type. First is we need ISO dash line. So select this line, then OK. Again load, and we need the center line. So just scroll down, you can see the center line. Okay, at least we need these two lines. One is a dash line and second is the center line. Okay, then press OK. Okay, now first activate the required line type. So first I need the center line. Okay, so center line is active. Now select the line option. So if you want to draw exactly vertical line, you can activate the ortho mode again. Now select the line. Okay, now try to move the cursor from this center. Okay, now this is the center line. Okay, so if the center line is not perfectly visible as like a center line, then just click on that line, right click and go to the property option. Okay, so in the property option there is a line type scale. Okay, so we have to change this scale. So by default it is 1. You can try to decrease this. So take 0.5, then press enter. Okay, immediately you can see the change on the line. Okay, again if you change 0.3, Now center line is clearly visible. Okay, similarly you can use this setting for the dash line. So this hidden line. Okay, so suppose there is a hole on this surface and it is hidden in the front view. So you can change the setting to the AutoCAD ISO dash line. Now select the line option. Suppose somewhere here there is a hidden line. Okay, so just select these two lines to adjust the line type scale. Right click, go to the property, line type, you can change this, let us take 0.5, or you can further reduce it to 0.2 or 0.3. Okay, now here the hidden line is clearly visible. Okay, and at the center of this circular hole we have to draw the center line, and we have to adjust the setting of all center line with one scale. So for this center line we have taken the scale 0.3, so we have to apply the same. So click here, right click, go to the property and change the scale to 0.3. Sorry, I have taken the dash line, so I have to change that. Select here, select the center line, go to the line and just draw the center line. Okay, right now this is not visible, so click here, go to the property and change the scale to 0.3. Okay, you can see the effect. So all the center lines must have the same scale. All the hidden line in the same view or same drawing must have the same scale. Okay, so this is how we can use the setting for snap mode. Okay, or the adding the line types. So once we finish all the drawings, means front view, top view and the side view, okay, we have to give the dimensions. So for the dimensions there is option dimension. Okay, so click here and give the required dimension. Suppose I want to give the length, so select the two end points and move the cursor on the right side. Okay, so here you can see this line is the dimension line, this is the dimension 20 mm, and you can see the line on the right side and on the left side. So this is called as the extension line. Okay, so whenever we draw the dimension just beside the front view, side view or the top view, sometimes this extension line appears like it is a part of the actual drawing. Okay, so we are not able to differentiate between the dimension and the line in the actual view. For that we have to suppress this. Okay, or we have to remove this line. So in the setting annotation just below this dimension, this is ISO 25. Okay, so click here and here manage dimension style. Okay, so there is an option manage dimension style. Go to that manage dimension style and click here modify. In the modify you can see here line, which is the first option. In the first option there is option suppress extension line, so you can suppress both the extension lines like this, so just the dimension line is visible. Okay, click OK. Now you can see only dimension. So in this way we can suppress the extension line so that we can differentiate between the view and the actual dimension. Okay, similarly you can give the dimensions for the radius. So select here a radius or the diameter. For example, I need the radius, so click this and show the radius like this. If I need the diameter, select the diameter option and select here and give the dimension. Okay, so generally for radius and the dimension we have to give the radius or dimension line at an angle 45 degree. Okay, next, once we give the all dimensions in the front view, top view and the side view, we have to add the name. So for that select this A, which is the text. Okay, and draw here rectangle and you can type here. Suppose this is a front view. select the front view, then you can select the bold option. Okay, then you can change the height. Suppose I need this is 5 mm, enter. Okay, so in this way we can give the annotations in the front view, top view and in the side view. And after this, all the view we need to print on the A3 size paper. So for that we have to draw the rectangle. First change the line type, select here by layer. Now select the rectangle and the dimension is 420, length and height is 297. Okay, you can move this rectangle so that you can fit this view exactly at the center of the rectangle. So select the move option, click this rectangle and then press enter. Okay, now you can move this. So before we use the move command, just change the ortho mode to the polar mode. So deactivate the ortho mode. Now select the move option, click the object, then press enter, select any corner. Okay, and you can move any direction. So adjust the view so that it will fit exactly at the center. Okay, in this way. Okay, and then we have to add the title block. So for the title block you can create a rectangle like this. Okay, then select the line. The height you can select as a 10 mm. From this point take again 10 mm, just activate the ortho mode so you can draw the exact vertical line. Okay, so in this way we can add number of lines and then we have to give the title, name, okay, class, division. So for that now select the text option. Okay, draw the rectangle in the first line and right here this is the title. Okay, and suppose this is orthographic. Okay, so in this way we can add title, class, division, roll number. Okay, so this is the title block and then you can delete these lines. So in the final print we don't require this line, so you can delete all the lines. Okay, and then you can use the print option. So go to the print setting, select the printer as AutoCAD PDF, change the paper size to full bleed ISO A3 which is 420 by 297. What to plot, display, instead of display select the window. Now select this. Okay, then use fit to paper, center the plot and use the landscape setting. Okay, so in this way we can see, just preview that. Okay, so this is your final print. Okay, and then you can use the print option. So if I click on the plot or OK setting here, okay, you can directly save that in the PDF format.